the best, be the best, be the best that you can be. Become bilingual and learn Spanish with you will educate. Be the best, learn Spanish here and there. So why?
Hola, hi everyone, how are you? ¿Cómo están hoy? Espero que estén muy bien. Yo estoy muy feliz. I'm very happy to be here today again teaching you Spanish. Are you ready for today's lesson? In today's lesson, you will continue learning about the verbs in Spanish, how to conjugate the verbs in Spanish. Are you excited? As I am, I know you are. So here is the first part. Remember that we have part 1. Here's the video right here that you have to watch. If you haven't watched it yet, this is second part. So I invite you to go and watch this video up here. So let's review. Remember, verbs in Spanish are divided into 3 groups. Verbs that finish in ar, and er, and ir. So when we are conjugating the simple present tense and using the personal pronouns, yo, tú, él, ella, ellos, nosotros, and vosotros, we are using the verbs, and we need to understand these important rules and secrets that I told you about. Remember, first person, yo, all the verbs finish or end in o. Yo hablo, I speak. Remember that. So I taught you this. Do not forget this important thing about Spanish. I told you that, this is the secret number 2, that when we are conjugating the verbs and we are using she or he, this is third person, in Spanish, we used to say the verb and we finish or we end the verb with e or with what? With a. So this will depend on the verb in infinitive. If the verb finishes in ar, the verb ends in a. If the verb finishes in ir or er, the verb for she and for he ends in e. So here is the second part. You will learn today about these other secrets that I told you about in this video. So remember, verbs in Spanish are divided in 3 categories, ar, er, and ir. Maybe you might be wondering what's happening with the personal pronoun ellos, or in English, they. How do we conjugate the verbs in simple present tense when we are talking about more than one person, more than one thing, more than one place, more than one animal? So we use the personal pronoun ellos, they. So what's happening with the verbs in simple present with this pronoun? Here is the secret. All the verbs in simple present tense finish or end with letter N. Letter N. So here you have some examples on your screen. To say ellos cantan. Here we're conjugating the verb cantar. Cantan. Ellos cantan. Ellos cantan muy bien. We are just making a complete sentence. So what is happening with the verb tener? Tener is the same. When we are using the pronoun ellos, the verb ends in N too. We say ellos tienen. Ellos tienen. And then what happened with the verb dormir? Dormir ends in ir. So it's going to happen the same. The verbs with dormir using the personal pronoun ellos ends in N.
Wow!
That's it. We say ellos duermen. Ellos duermen mucho. This is an example of a full sentence. Ellos duermen mucho. So here I gave you already the secret number 4. Now let's go to secret number 5. So here's the secret number 5. Number 5. So you might be wondering what is happening when we are talking about we. Nosotros. Nosotros. We. Remember, that's the same. The same thing will happen with the verbs. the verbs in simple present tense will finish in a specific letter, or in this case, specific letters. Some letters. When we are conjugating the verbs in simple present tense and we're using the personal pronoun nosotros, we, the verbs end with mos. With mos. So we say, nosotros cantamos. We're using the same verbs, okay? Cantar, tener, and dormir. So with the verb cantar, we say nosotros cantamos. All the verbs in simple present tense with we and with mos. The second example is tener. Could you please try do this one? Nosotros, what? Nosotros tenemos. Great job if you did it. Nosotros tenemos. So what will happen with the verb dormir? Try to do it. How would it be? Nosotros dormimos. Muy bien. Excellent job. Nosotros dormimos. Remember, we sleep. Nosotros dormimos. We have. Nosotros tenemos. We sing. Nosotros cantamos. Before giving you the final or the last secrets, please remember to subscribe, share this video, comment below, let me know anything you think about these lessons and how better I can help you. Remember that I'm here for you. I'm your Spanish teacher, Yuto. This is the secret number 6. What is happening when we are conjugating the verbs in simple present tense, but with the personal pronoun tú, or in English, you? Okay, here is something interesting. In English, we use the same personal pronoun you if you are referring to a person, singular, or plural. You are using the same pronoun, you. But in Spanish, that's different. We use you for referring to singular is one word that is tú, singular. And we also have a word that we use when we refer to plural, to more than one person. We use the word vosotros and ustedes. Vosotros and ustedes. But here is something more interesting about these two words. When we use the word vosotros, is a word that is mostly used in Spain. So if you are in Spain, you will hear this word vosotros. That means you, but plural. But in the rest of Latin America, we use the word ustedes. So if you are in Colombia, Honduras, Costa Rica, or one of these Hispanic countries, it is better if you say ustedes, you. Ustedes son buenas personas. You are good people. Ustedes. In Spain, you can use vosotros. Vosotros son buenas personas. Vosotros sois buenas personas. You are good people. So this is a little difference between Spain, or the Spanish from Spain, and Spanish from other countries. So now, we're gonna focus on the verb but using the personal pronoun you in singular. In Spanish is tú. So what is happening with the verb when we are using the verb and this pronoun you, but when you are talking about singular nouns, okay? Singular pronoun. You say you sing, sería tú cantas. It would be tú cantas. So here's the secret. When we are using the personal pronoun you, but in singular, one person, the verbs end with letter S. And this applies also when we are asking or when we are writing a sentence. You say tú cantas, you sing muy bien. Tú cantas muy bien, you sing very well. What about the verb tener? Tú tienes Remember, the verb ends with S. Tú tienes 30 años. Tú tienes 30 años. And then, what happens with the verb dormir? How would it be? Try. Tú duermes. Tú duermes. Tú duermes mucho. Tú duermes mucho. And then this thing applies when we are asking. ¿Tú duermes mucho? This is a question. ¿Tú duermes mucho? Okay, so here I gave you the 6 secrets and rules, the basic rules for you to learn how to conjugate the verbs in Spanish in simple present tense. Remember that you can share this video, like it, subscribe, and please support our work by doing these 3 easy things: subscribing, liking, and sharing. See you in our next video. Bye-bye!